of all, let's do this. A big round of applause for all the guys that are members of the VFW, all our veterans. These guys are fantastic. Just to let you know a little history of what's going on here. Emer and I, we met Lance and Jimmy. Where's Jimmy?
I'm right here.
There's Jimmy. Jimmy's the quartermaster here. Give Jimmy a nice round of applause. And I'm sure as Kelly, the bartender, would attest, Jimmy's the quartermaster because he listens 25% of the time. Yeah, Lance is outside talking with the stars of the show and taking care of everybody, but he's not here right now. But give Lance a nice round of applause. He's the commander here. And we met these guys, and they were really hurting. And a lot of stuff used to happen here that we didn't know about. I don't think he's here, but Richard, the guy who's the custodian here, he's this little guy. He came up to me, and I was in here talking to Jimmy, and he came up to me and went, "Hey, I'm Richard. I'm the custodian here, and
Richie, yeah.
And I don't give a f what you're doing, and you don't have to tell me, but what the f are you doing?" And I talked to Richard for a little while, and he used to be a jockey here at Rockingham Park, right down the street.
He was.
Yes. And when the track was there, all the jockeys and all the groomers and all the people that worked at the track used to come here and drink after they finished all their stuff with it. So this place used to be a really hopping place, and the VFW would let guys in and they'd all drink here. And this place used to be really busy, and that shut down and some other stuff, and so they're kind of hurting. So I said we should do a fundraiser for you guys, and here we are. Yeah. So, and I also, you know, this place looks fantastic, and it didn't look this great 2 hours ago. And my lovely fiance brought the tablecloths and the centerpieces and all the decorations, and so give Emer Mazzetti a big round of applause. And you know when the girl from Dublin doesn't take a drink until 8:10, she's working her ass off. So she was born in Dublin, Ireland. And that's her first drink. What are you having, babe? She's having a beer. Give Rima a round of applause. Oh my God. I've been trying to get her to drink since she started yelling at me at noon. So, and who else? Who has one of these flyers? Right here. Well, first of all, Lenny Clark is here tonight. Give Lenny a big round of applause. And the biggest donation goes to Londonderry Ford, who's sponsoring the show here tonight. These guys are fantastic. And they're all sitting right there if anybody wants to buy a car. All right, so just a little history of the people at Londonderry Ford. For those of you who know anything about my history, I went and sold cars. My daughter, who is an air traffic controller in the Air Force right now, yes. That's another reason why we want to help these guys. My daughter's in the Air Force. Emer's son was a Marine, served in Iraq, served in Afghanistan, and he's a veteran of foreign wars. So give Ronnie McNeil a big round of applause. Emer's sister, Cara, is in the Army. She's still a major in the Army. She runs the ROTC program down in Massachusetts. She did 2 tours in Iraq, and she's a major in the Army. Yes. And that sister's husband, he's not in the military anymore, but he also was a major in the Army, served 2 tours in Iraq. So give him a nice round of applause. Sean Salmon. And my dad served in Korea, so we have a very soft spot in our heart for the veterans of foreign wars, and that's why we're doing this here, and hooray for those guys. Yeah. Oh, I gotta finish this. So the front car, when my daughter was not born yet, I went and sold cars in Los Angeles, and I made a movie about it called Suckers. And so I'm a big hero among some certain people in the car industry. I have a cult following. They used my film for a training film. I'm not kidding. And when I went to this place, I was driving by and I said, oh, I wonder if I should get a Ford. And I went in and met these guys, and they were the nicest people I've ever met. Jim, the owner, never even asked. I said, Jim, I'm doing a fundraiser for the VFW. He said, how much do you want? Wow. So yes, and yeah. And I told him $10,000, and these guys are getting $500 of that, so that was good. And then these are people who bought ads. My friend Ellen is sitting, where are you, Ellen? Right there. Ellen's a real estate agent right here in Salem, New Hampshire. She's great. And these guys from CSI, did they show up for the show? Are they here? No? These guys, they bought a bunch of tickets, and I just saw the guy outside. I asked him how to get into the place next door, and they gave me a big donation and bought a bunch of tickets. And then on the back, my buddy Charlie, DG Cycles, he donated a $50 gift certificate over there. Yay! And if you ever want to buy a bicycle, go see this guy. It's the greatest story. This guy was an engineer in the real world, making a shitload of money, and he chucked it all and opened a bicycle shop. And thank God he did, because I am so healthy because of Charlie. Like the two people totally responsible for my health, they're sitting at that table. My nurse, Caitlin, when I had cancer, saved my life. Yay! And then when I was well, Charlie taught me how to buy a bike. Ride a bike. And you know what? I want to thank Larry Seaman right here. Larry's filming this. Larry did the commercial for us on cable access here in New Hampshire and Salem. He's a great guy. And you got to edit the whole thing. You can't say Big Black Cock on cable access. And also on here, on the bottom of the back of this, you see Allegra. That's my buddy John York over there, who he printed these up for us, and he donated so much of his time, and he helped with the flyers. He taught me how to use Microsoft Word. If you need anything printed, anything designed, John and his buddy Carol, they're right across the street. They do a fantastic job. If you need flyers, business cards, anything. So many people helped us put this thing together. Give John York another round of applause and a Allegra across the street. So